So that one was also pretty expensive, but at least the flight was longer. I fully recommend them. We did not have any issues. That is a bit expensive, but at least it was super good. Then we had a city tax that I again did not remember. And now let's explore the totals from each category. We had a lot of fun in the storms. Hi everyone and welcome back to yet another travel video in which I want to present to you how much we spent in 7 days in the beautiful Madeira in Portugal. So I will talk about everything from flights to the car rental, accommodation, food and so much more. And anyways, I also want to tell you that all my vlogs from Madeira are up on my channel, so if you're interested in seeing everything that we visited, all the hikes that we did, tips on what to do, what to avoid and unexpected situations, make sure you also check that ones, and I will leave the link to them down below in the comments if you're interested. And also in general, if you want to discover a lot of amazing places where you could travel to and a lot of travel tips, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you did that. I'm sharing literally all the tips I have about traveling and everything that we are visiting, because I've been to 55 countries, and what I really like about traveling is exploring literally everything, not just the most famous and touristic places, but also the hidden gems everywhere. And I'm presenting on this channel the good, the bad and everything. So now back at our video, let's explore the costs that we had in Madeira, starting with our flight. So we came from the Others with Others Airlines. I'm sorry if I'm spelling that wrong, but anyways, we paid 108 euros per person just one way, which was pretty expensive, but I guess that the flights from the Others and Madeira are pretty expensive from what I've noticed, even though it is a pretty short flight. But anyways, from Madeira we went to London and that was 91 euros with Ryanair. So that one was also pretty expensive, but at least the flight was longer, so that is understandable. The accommodation was called Quinta Santo Antonio da Serra and that was 648 euros for 7 nights, but be aware that this was during March 2024, so it was 1 year ago, and also during off-season. We got horrible weather in Madeira. I'm not sure if it's like this the entire year, but if you want to increase your chances of having good weather, make sure you come during summer. If I'm wrong, please let me know down below in the comments, but this is what I've read on other websites. But anyways, also the costs will increase a lot if you do that, because during the summer everything is a lot more expensive, and also the crowds will be huge, because now that we visited during March, which is off season, it was still super crowded in a lot of places, so I can't imagine what it's like during summer. Anyways, at the accommodation we got free parking and it was so nice. It was super cozy. The only downside was that it was on a hill, but it was pretty close to Funchal, or how it's pronounced, so I fully recommend it if you are just looking for something on a budget. It was also pretty spacious and again pretty affordable. For the car, we rented with Rent a Car Madeira and we paid 427 euros for an automatic car with full insurance included. This was a lot more expensive than the car from the Others, but still it was very affordable. For example, there are other destinations in which we paid close to 100 euros per day, so this one was still super affordable and I fully recommend them. We did not have any issues. But if you want to check the best prices and to look for other companies as well, make sure you look on Google Maps at companies that have very good reviews, above 4.5, and I guess at least 50 or 100 reviews in total, and check on their websites the prices. You can also email them to see if they have any discounts, and maybe you will have a very good price. Now the next cost category is the supermarket, where we went 3 times to the same supermarket called Continente and we paid 82 euros, then 48 euros, and the last time we spent just 14 euros. We mainly cooked at home here in Madeira. We did not go out a lot. We went out just 3 times because it was pretty expensive, honestly, and the food from the supermarket was really affordable, so we preferred to cook easy meals that did not take a lot of time, and also we ate a lot of fruits and vegetables because they were so tasty there. But in general in Portugal I really loved them. And the next category obviously is eating out, and we went to an Italian restaurant which was really tasty and we paid 26 euros I think for 2 pizzas. That is a bit expensive, but at least it was super good. And then we went to Museu Recanto Resto, which was the closest restaurant to us. I think it was the first night and we were super hungry, so we just went there and we paid 20 euros. There it was also very good, and I also recommend this one if you are nearby, but it is really in a random location, so unless you have the accommodation there, I don't think you will be around that area. The last one is Bondi Cafe. I think that one is in the airport maybe, and we paid here 14 euros. I just saw the transaction and I am just telling you everything that we paid for. For gas, we had two transactions at the same gas station called Repsol. The first one was 47 euros and the second one 33 euros. So that was pretty cheap because in Madeira we climbed on a lot of hills and we explored a lot all around the island, so I expected worse here, but as you can see, it is pretty affordable with the gas. Then we had a city tax that I again did not remember. It was $18, and probably because we were very close to Funchal, pretty close, let's say. So maybe that was a city tax, but make sure you also check in advance to not get any surprises, but also expect to pay a city tax if you are staying in the city or very close to one. And the last transaction was a duty-free, which was 6 euros in the airport. I also don't remember about this one, but I guess it's a transaction made in Madeira, so let's put it here. And now let's explore the totals from each category. So these prices will be for two people and then I will split them in two. And the price for the flight for two people was 398 euros. For the hotel, as I've already told you, it was 648. The car was 427 euros. The gas, 80 euros. The city tax, 18. Eating out was 60. The price for the supermarkets was 144, and the last one was the duty-free, which was 6 euros. And the final total for two people was 1781 euros. I'm sorry if I'm spelling wrong the numbers. Obviously, I'm not a native English speaker, but I'm also leaving the price on the screen in case I am spelling anything wrong. So per person, this was 890 euros, which in US dollars is $1,043. And this price, in my opinion, is very good for Madeira for 8 days, 7 nights. Even though we were during off-season, it was still very crowded, and Madeira is such a huge touristic destination. And even though we had a horrible weather, we still enjoyed it a lot. If you're interested in that, you can go and watch the vlogs from Madeira because they are really worth it. We had a lot of fun in the storms, in the rain, and doing the most amazing hikes on the island. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. My next videos will be travel vlogs from Norway, Faroe Islands, Scotland, New Zealand, Australia, and so much more. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. And again, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!